Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel FIRL Crypto. My name is Ross and in today's video, I'll be covering a brief overview of the lightest coin in the world, Litecoin. What is it all about? Well, listen for more. But before we go further, a quick disclaimer, okay? I'm not a financial advisor and nothing I say in this video constitutes financial advice. I am a passionate educator. I love to explain stuff to people so that you can make better and more informed decisions. Now, if you do like any of the content here, remember to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell as well so that you can stay up to date with our latest videos. Litecoin, or LTC for short, is often called the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Now, this is because Litecoin is very similar to Bitcoin. As you can guess from the name, it's basically a lighter version of Bitcoin. Now, in this video, I'm going to be covering, first and foremost, where did Litecoin come from? Secondly, what are the differences that it has between itself and Bitcoin? Thirdly, the advantages, and lastly, the disadvantages of using Litecoin. So firstly, where did Litecoin come from? Litecoin was invented in the year 2011 by a guy named Charlie Lee. Not only was he an MIT graduate, but he was also an ex-Google employee. Pretty cool, right? Now, he created Litecoin because he wanted something that was cheaper and faster than Bitcoin. Also, every time Bitcoin gets mined, it becomes harder and harder to mine. To combat this increasing level of difficulty in mining, miners need to buy more and more advanced equipment and computers. Charlie Lee, on the other hand, wanted to create something similar to Bitcoin, but something that anyone could mine at home. Although that being said, I don't personally know how to mine Litecoin myself, so I can't comment so much about the mining part, right? I'm more interested in understanding what it is. To be very honest, Litecoin and Bitcoin are very similar in general. However, it's easy to understand Litecoin by looking at the differences when compared to Bitcoin. Firstly, let's look at the date of launch. For Bitcoin, it was launched in the year 2009. For Litecoin, it was launched in the year 2011. Now next, let's talk about the creator. Bitcoin's creator is pseudo-anonymous, right? We know that the title of this person is Satoshi Nakamoto, but we don't know who that person is, or maybe even a group of people, we don't know for sure. Litecoin, on the other hand, the founder is very well known. His name is Charlie Lee. Next, let's talk about coin supply. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has a maximum limit of 21 million coins that can ever be in supply, while Litecoin has a much higher limit of 84 million coins. Now, let's also talk about the mining algorithm. This is a bit more technical, but just for simplicity's sake, all you need to remember is this. Bitcoin uses an algorithm called SHA-256 or SHA-256. Litecoin, however, uses an algorithm called S-Script, which is spelled S-C-R-Y-P-T. Now, what makes this a little bit more interesting is because the S-Script algorithm is a lot easier to process compared to the SHA-256. And because of that, on average, Bitcoin transactions usually take about 10 minutes because it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to mine a particular block, whereas Litecoin only needs 2.5 minutes, so it's a lot faster. Now, considering all the features of Litecoin, what are the benefits of using it? Why should I choose Litecoin over Bitcoin, for example, right? Firstly, let's talk about spendability, right? When you spend money. Now, Bitcoin and Litecoin were meant to be systems of payment and transaction. But because Bitcoin is slow and rather has become so expensive, it's viewed as more as a store of value, right? We want to store value. That's why people call it digital gold. Litecoin, on the other hand, is faster and it's cheaper. Hence, that's why some people refer to it as digital silver, because although it's similar to the gold, it's something that you can use more easily when it comes to spending money and doing transactions. Just like how you would spend for things using silver coins, but you would keep your gold bar locked away in the safe at home, right? Something along those lines. Secondly, we can also talk about user adoption. Now, Litecoin was created in the year 2011, as I just mentioned, and it has been growing quite strongly in the cryptocurrency community. It has a fairly large user base and is currently one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies on Earth. Now, for something that is essentially just a copy of Bitcoin, it's managed to achieve an amazing level of adoption. This is beneficial because the more people use Litecoin, the more valuable it becomes. Now, of course, Litecoin is not perfect. It does have some disadvantages that you should be aware of. Firstly, the large supply. Now, unlike Bitcoin, Litecoin has 84 million coins that will be mined in the years to come. That's a lot of coins, when you think about it. And if you recall, what makes Bitcoin valuable is its scarcity. In fact, if you want to check out that video, make sure you click the link up there, because then you can see the first principles of money, which I use to help explain the value of Bitcoin. Now, there are only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins on Earth. So that makes it very scarce. But because Litecoin has 4 times more that amount, this may result in Litecoin losing some of its value, right? Because there's just so much of it. The more you have of something, the less valuable it becomes. However, at this point, it's still all about speculation, right? People at the end of the day value what they choose to value. Even though it has 84 million coins that will be mined one day, if there's enough demand for it, it could still be quite valuable. Secondly, we need to talk about the lack of development. Unlike many other cryptocurrencies out there, there isn't much development on Litecoin. There is a Litecoin Foundation and team that promotes its usage and does have some updates in mind, such as something known as Mimblewimble, which will allow for more privacy when using Litecoin. But if you go to their public GitHub page, which is a page where they upload all their codes and stuff, you will notice that user activity is quite low compared to other popular coins. For those of you who are unfamiliar, GitHub is a place where programmers and developers upload all their code so the public can view and suggest updates or even submit feedback. Litecoin is limited because it doesn't support smart contracts, so you can't really develop stuff on the Litecoin network. You can just use it for, just like Bitcoin, for transactions mostly. Do you remember what smart contracts are? That's a key feature of something called Ethereum. Check out this video here at the top to refresh your memory on what Ethereum is all about. Now, Litecoin lacks the ability to host smart contracts, and that makes it harder for people to develop and improve the Litecoin network. So let's recap what we've learned about Litecoin so far. Firstly, Litecoin's founder, Charlie Lee, wanted Litecoin to be a cheaper and faster version of Bitcoin, a lighter coin. Secondly, Litecoin has a maximum supply of 84 million coins and a much faster transaction speed compared to Bitcoin. Thirdly, because Litecoin is often called the digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold, this is because it's a lot easier to use it for daily transactions because it's less expensive and it's faster. Fourthly, on the other hand, Litecoin doesn't have much development, and having such a large supply of coins means it will probably never be as valuable as Bitcoin. That being said, Litecoin is a top 10 cryptocurrency today, and it's easy to start investing into it if you're interested. So, if you're interested in investing and owning a piece of the future of money, then I've got some good news for you. You can easily participate in the financial revolution. All you need to do is to download the Luno app. Luno is the first cryptocurrency exchange to get licensed and regulated in Malaysia, so you're safe to use it. Once you've downloaded it, go to the reward section and type in this special reward code, CDR3Q. Once you've done that, you can start depositing and buying cryptocurrency. If you purchase a minimum of 250 ringgit of any cryptocurrency, you'll receive a 25 ringgit reward of Bitcoin. But just make sure you key in the code CDR3Q before you make any deposit or purchase. Once again, a quick disclaimer that nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. You are responsible for your own financial choices. At FIRL Crypto, we seek to educate you about cryptocurrency so that you can make more informed decisions. Do help us out by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and to stay up to date with all our educational videos on cryptocurrency. Remember to follow our social media links below to receive updates as well.